We're good? Or that was the
We're
test?
good.
Okay.
Hi everyone, welcome to our very own. My name is Jiggy Jr. I'm your host, and today our guest is the co-founder of SUGBO Mercado, JP Chiongbian.
Hey Jigs, good to see you in person.
I know, right?
Not through those Zoom links no more. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a long time,
Yes,
JP.
yes,
Nice to see you in the flesh.
Yes, yes.
First and foremost, congratulations for SUGBO Mercado. You know, I haven't had a chance to congratulate you ever since you guys started. How long ago was this when you first started?
This was
SUGBO
6
Mercado?
years ago.
6
Yeah,
years
yeah.
ago. Congratulations, JP. JP, why did you decide to start SUGBO Mercado?
Okay, before we start, I think it's the guidelines of the ITF to put on our masks.
Yep.
And we have to follow these guidelines because this is the new world we're at, no?
Okay.
So just to be safe.
Let's just put on our masks.
Yeah.
We have proof that he is indeed JP Mercado and I'm in Jiggy Jr., right? All right. So
Yeah.
why did you start SUGBO Mercado? What was the rationale behind SUGBO Mercado?
Well, me and my partners, we created this venue for startup food entrepreneurs to grow their brand, to grow their product to become a brand coming from Cebu, no? Because we wanted homegrown brands to start up.
Okay.
This is 6 years ago. We noticed,
ago.
yeah, we noticed before then the entrepreneurial spirit of the entrepreneurs of Cebu weren't that growing. Like during our time, Jake, when
Yeah.
we were a little bit younger, no?
Yeah, yeah.
no.
By a few months.
Yeah, by a few months. We noticed that no homegrown brands are sprouting off anymore. Because I think the reason was, globalization. The malls coming in with international, national, and top local food franchises. So unlike before, when anyone used to have a food concept, of course their goal was to put up in a mall. But now to have competition like this, it was close to impossible to compete with these products. Hence, we wanted a venue for them to start with a fraction of the capital and with a captured market, no? Because people coming here to this venue are coming here just for food, And during the time 6 years ago, it was also the surge of Snapchat stories and all that. And these people also, it would be a treasure trove for them coming in here because they were filming new products all the time and saying, hey, come here, this is new, supermercado, etc., etc. And that's how we really grew. That's one big factor because of social media 6 years ago. And also because of the different cuisines that we'd be having here. We'd restrict. If barbecue, it wouldn't be all barbecue. We just have like 3 barbecue stalls. The rest would be international food cuisines. Depends on the food cuisine. If it's a niche, food item, we just have one of it. And if you think it has broader margin or market, we'd have 2 or 3. So we'd always control the food that we have here or the food merchants we have here. So this is one of the avenues that delivered to the growth of Supermercado. Aside from it being also located in IT Park, which we're grateful to have partners like the Ayala and Cebu Holdings Group, no?
JP, you've done this one for 6 years. You must have seen hundreds, if not thousands, of different food concepts, food ideas.
Oh,
food
definitely,
businesses,
definitely.
From day one until now.
Yeah.
JP, what do you think is the common thread that holds the successful ones together? What do you think is the common ingredient or ingredients of a successful business venture as far as SUGBO Mercado businesses are concerned?
Well, aside from number one, having the passion to be driven to really attain their goals, their love for food. Because most of the entrepreneurs, the food, as we call them, food entrepreneurs here, are really focused with the food items that they're bringing in. In the business side, that's where we come in. So Supermercado really is an incubator. It's an incubator for food startups or homegrown startups. Moving forward, Jigs, to now, to 2020 during the pandemic, we've seen the growth also in another platform, which is the online platform. So we also have a food community called Let's Eat Buy. On March 16, we transformed this foodie group into e-commerce platform where online sellers would be meeting online buyers. Just like here in SUGBO Mercado, it would be a community of buyers and sellers. also in the online community, it would just be for buyers and sellers. So you have that market, no? So as I said earlier, also I never heard the word pivot used so many times. So eventually, a lot of people pivoted to online during the pandemic. But as I said, you can only have so much of online. The both have to coexist. Now that people have seen the tools or the resources that they can use online and the capital that they can cut, rental, etc., overheads through online, they see the potential, no? And this is the new breed of entrepreneurs, actually, the online food entrepreneurs. And these are the platforms that we created. And I think we are the only one as for now that have these platforms from online to on-site, or as we say, on-site first, because we had SUGBO Mercado first, to online, and back to, we go full circle now. So it's very important, really, in order to succeed, is to have the right platforms to join, if it's your market. It's not really for everybody, but in our growth over the 6 years, we only have a 2% cancellation every month. So that would be more or less 2 to 3 merchants out of 65 merchants here in this certain venue in IT Park that wouldn't renew. And we'd have a wait list pre-pandemic of at least more than 30. So as you said, like, if I've tasted hundreds of food products, we've tasted thousands, because our first avenue of getting into the market is a food tasting. So they go to our office, we have the food tasting, and that's when we do an interview, and that's when we critique, if we do have to critique the packaging, the recipe, and etc., etc.
Part of your job, or part of the idea of SUGBO Mercado, is the curation part, right?
Correct.
And maybe you can tell us a little bit about the curation part of SUGBO Mercado. What's the process like?
Well, the curation part here, as I said, we're here really to guide startup food entrepreneurs. So the curation part here is really going back to the basics, no? Going back to the basics, as simple as, getting your legal business permits. We don't cut through any corners here, because we partner also with the local government. As before this podcast of yours, we had a DTI event. We are also partners with DTI, the BIR. So we don't cut through any corners. We tell them the basics to get their permits in the different departments. Aside from that, opening on time. That simple thing by, if our operation starts at 4 p.m., they have to open by 4 p.m. If not, we penalize. The reason why we do this is because, as I said, we are an incubator. For us, we want them to start here, but eventually we want them to get out and put up their own online, on their own physical stores, may it be in a mall or their own standalones.
You want them to grow, in other words.
Obviously, because if they're not going outside the market, then we're not building any brands.
You're not incubating anything, right?
We're not incubating anything. We're incubating, but they're not growing. So that's it. I mean,
not enough light, I guess.
Yeah. So go back to your question: how do we create them? There, through those simple, basic guidelines.
Okay. But how about the taste part? Because I think that's crucial, right? I mean, if you have bad taste, then you come out with bad food products. So
definitely,
there must be some sort of a adherence to a certain quality standard, right, of some sort.
Well,
right?
I have partners also. Like, one of my partners is also Carlo Lim, no?
Yeah.
Instagram name the Hamburguero. So he's a foodie also, and also my other partners are foodie, like Nino Bascon, and also we're a group of like 3 to 5 who food taste. So I think more or less that gives enough data to say if it's good or not.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
so you guys have taste, in other words.
Yeah. We're foodie. To begin with, also we're foodies.
Foodies. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, we can't talk about success stories without talking about failures as well, and how to avoid them, the pitfalls, those that don't quite succeed. In your 6 years of SUGBO Mercado, what is the most common types of failure? Why do businesses in SUGBO Mercado fail, and how can we avoid them?
Oh, number one here, this is one common failure, no? And we've seen this a lot. I mean, when we do the food tasting, the food is great. It's awesome. But when they enter the market, the service is bad.
Okay.
The customer service, like, if the owners aren't there or their staff are there, they're just sitting down, using the mobile. It should be engaged. in the food market, people don't come here really for the food. They come here for they do come here for the food, but they come here for the engagement. They want to see the food being processed. They want to see the food being cooked, how it's made, and how it's packaged. And they want to see also customer service, how you greet them. So it's a whole. It's here in SUGBO Mercado. There's 65. So I tell all the other tenants, no matter how food entrepreneurs, no matter how great your food is, you have to compete with all other 65 vendors here. So it's sight, smell, taste, and of course the customer experience. Bottom line, you should give the customer a great experience.
JP, we have a lot of viewers hopefully watching this podcast and are thinking about opening up their own stores, perhaps at home. Maybe it's just a hobby that they'd like to perhaps make a living out of. What is your suggestion, JP? And if they're ready, how can they join SUGBO Mercado?
Oh, great. That's a good question. When you say just a lot of viewers here at their homes.
Yeah.
Basically, during the pandemic, a lot of people pivoted from their homes, from working in different industries or having different careers to being the food business.
Okay.
So that was also the success story of Let's Eat Buy, because seeing that's what we call the new breed of entrepreneurs, the home-based entrepreneurs. So moving forward to your question, which is a good question, there is really an influx of food entrepreneurs, and these are home-based. I can suggest they can start by posting in Let's Eat Buy or other various food communities or in your Facebook site, and you can join here in SUGBO Mercado by emailing us at info@sugbomercado.com and leave your name, your food concept, and your contact details, and we get back to you, and we do a food tasting. We always do a food tasting either here in SUGBO Mercado, since it's open air, and we go from there. Or we have it delivered to our houses, to our homes too.
So you don't require a certain number of, let's say, days or weeks or months of operations before they present themselves to SUGBO Mercado? Is it possible that I have an idea and I haven't even opened a store yet, but I have a finished product? I'll let you taste it, and if you like it, can I immediately go and get a chance to sell in one of your stalls here?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
That's what startups are for.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have been selling for quite a bit.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
I mean,
no minimum requirements.
Yes.
Okay.
Our passion, and we're passion driven here, and as I said, we're passion driven here. Our passion is really driving startup entrepreneurs to become big brands.
Okay. What are the social media platforms that they can get in touch with if they want to know more about SUGBO Mercado and the other how do you call this, peripheral social media platforms that complement SUGBO Mercado? You can invite them, JP.
Okay, well, good evening again, and welcome to our very own JE's, how do you say this? Podcast. Yeah, the podcast. So thank you again for this invite, and I'd like to invite everyone here to join our platforms. We go from on-site, online to on-site. So we have our community, food community, your food community. It's called Let's Eat Buy. You can join that. And then if you want to go further, we have a program called the Certified Vendor Program, in which you can join our various platforms after that. We have the LEB food and delivery app. That's Cebu's first homegrown food and delivery app. And then from there, you can join SUGBO Mercado. Or you can also directly join SUGBO Mercado without going through these phases. But that's what I suggest. I mean, to start out first by posting in your own Facebook pages, or join our community or any other community, and see from there. And if your products are being engaged, and you can see that you can sustain and have a following, it doesn't have to be a big following, then you can give us a call. But if not, also, if you think your product is great and you can go direct, please do call us or email us at info, that's info, @sugbomercado.com, and we'll get back to you right away.
All right. JP Chiongbian, the co-founder of SUGBO Mercado. Congratulations once again. It's been a beautiful 6 years.
If possible, I forgot. I'd like to introduce our other sites. We're here right now at SUGBO Mercado IT Park at the Garden Block. This is our main branch. And our other branches are Street Food Ayala. There we promote the various street foods of Cebu. It's by Krispy Kreme in the cul-de-sac there by Ayala Mall. And we just opened a month ago in Cebu Business Park. That's across MSY and Mabuhay Towers in Cebu Business Park beside 2 Quad Building. And then we're opening next week, December 15, in Cebu's first, or Philippines' first roof deck food market in a SMC side.
What did you say? First what?
Roof deck food market.
Food market. Wow.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
that's exciting also. So there's a lot of activities there.
Okay, I'll be remiss if I don't ask this question, JP, before we wrap this up.
Yeah.
Out of all the stores, out of all the restaurants, out of food concepts that have gone through the SUGBO Mercado way, which are the most successful so far?
There's too many to mention, but we have our anchor tenants here, no? We have since day one they're here with us. We have Cocina Guadalupe, we have Macology, we have Nikumaki, and we have new ones right now. We have Bulaloan sa Mabolo, we have Oyugi from the.
But many of these outlets that you have mentioned already have grown, right?
Oh yeah,
And they have
definitely.
already branches. In fact,
Chef Joshua,
Yeah.
which came from Let's Eat By, he has already 4 outlets.
4 outlets, yeah.
Mark's Cannoli has 3.
Okay.
Cocina Guadalupe, who's our pioneering or anchor tenant since day one, they have 8 branches
Wow,
already.
8 branches.
So yeah, so
So you have proof of success.
definitely. I mean, going back just to detail a little bit. What I said, like when we lost the entrepreneurial spirit of Cebuanos, like before we started SUGBO Mercado, there's really no place for them to go. So I mean, as I said, it would be hard to compete with them in major malls because
The rent?
aside from the rent, I mean, you're competing against
The big names,
the
yeah?
big names.
Yeah.
By coming here to Supermercado, you establish a following. Not only a following, but a cult following. So when you do open your own standalones or go to major malls, you can compete. So that's what we want to do, or that's our process here. When you do decide to go outside of the market, which we want, you establish your own regular following already.
So nobody too small or too little
No,
to be
we
part
don't-
of SUGBO Mercado.
Nobody. We don't believe in nothing small, nothing big. We just believe in your concept and in your food concept and your driven passion to succeed.
All right, if you're half as driven as this guy, I'm sure you will succeed. One of the co-founders of SUGBO Mercado, JP Chiongbian. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you,
thank you.
Jay.
Take care.
Keep
Life means more. Enjoy the good life. Share the good life. Life means more. Live the good life at AMOA. Look around you. Everything we need is right here. Leave a worry behind. At AMOA, we'll